partner, and Shepherd as a major partner. Our event partners are Construction Control, ECM Livestock, Ben Max, Nedia, Bishops, Wade Equine and Howden Equine Insurance. Partners are Ruhide, Lennox, Volkswagen and Ram and Australian Quarter Horse Association. The supporters for this Willinga Ringers Western Gold Buckle Championship Campdraft are Bay and Coast Roofing, Made by Harles and Palomino Jewels. And of course Palomino Jewels is over in the trade stall area. Our official event photographer is Joe Thyme Photography, so please go visit Joe's website for any images. They will be spectacular. Outside we have competitor 301. We watch Chris Nicholson riding Wendell. 302 has moved into camp. Pete Comiskey on Raunchy Dad. 303 Ken Mile. 304 Lee Rogers. 305 Mick Southern. 306 Andrew Turvey. Score through there for Chris Nicholson, riding Wendell, of a 22.48.5 and 3 for the course for a 73.5. Together with the 80 from yesterday's first round gives him a total of 153.5. In camp now we watch competitor 302, Pete Comiskey riding Raunchy Dad. 303 will be next into camp, Ken Mile on Billy. 304 Lee Rogers. 305 Mick Southern. 306 Andrew Turvey. 307 Vicky Hiscock. 308 Luke Hardwick and 309 Fiona Holtz. Score has come through for Pete Comiskey. It's a 22.63.5 and a 4 for an 89.5. Together with his 89.5 from the first round yesterday, gives him a total of 179. 303 we watch on camp. Ken Mile from New South Wales riding Billy. 304 will be next into camp. Lee Rogers riding Darley Sweet Chili. 305 Mick Southern. 306 Andrew Turving. Score through there for Ken Mile of a 15.5, 51 and 3 for a total of 69.5. Together with his 21 from yesterday, gives him a total of 90.5. We now watch competitor 304, Lee Rogers riding Darley Sweet Chili. Next into camp will be 305, Mick Southern, 306 Andrew Turvey, 307 will be Vicky Hiscock. So just to keep us up to date, competitor 304, Lee Rogers, your score was an 18.54.5 and a 3 for a total of 75.5, together with your 83.5, gives her a total of 159. Mick Southern, who we just saw go, was a 22.65 and 4 for a 91, together with his 89.5 from the first round, gives us a new leader at 180.5. Outside, we are watching Andrew Turvey riding Knipe's Destiny Playgirl, and moving into camp is 307 Vicky Hiscock, 308 Luke Hardwick, 309 Fiona Holtz, 310 John Templeton. Score through there for Andrew Turvey at competitor 306 was a 22.56.5 and a 3 for an 81.5. Together with his 87 gives him a total of 168.5. Outside, we watch 307 Vicky Hiscock. 308 has moved into camp Luke Hardwick. 309 on standby Fiona Holtz. 310 John Templeton and 311 Peter Bolton. That's a camp score of 23 only there for Vicky Hiscock, added to her 83 from the first round yesterday, gives her a total of 106. So in the camp, looking over his cattle, we have competitor 308, Luke Hardwick from Victoria. He's riding Willinga Park Ebony's Conman. 309 is on standby next in Fiona Holtz on Bingley Ariana. 310 John Templeton will ride Willinga Wildcat. 311 is Peter Bolton riding Grace. 312 Cassie Fordham riding Starth Chico. 313 Ian Henksberger riding Kirkby Stud Conspiracy. 314 Glenn Rand on Montana. 315 Sue Willis riding Duke's Boot. And 316 will be Bradley Comiskey riding Quilla. Score has come through for Luke Hardwick on Willinga Park Ebony's Conman of 21, 58.5 and a 4 for an 83.5. Together with his 20.5 from yesterday gives him a 104 total. In camp now, we watch competitor 309, New South Wales competitor Fiona Holtz riding Bingley Ariana. 310 on standby John Templeton, 311 Peter Bolton, 312 Cassie Fordham, 313 Ian Henksberger and 314 Glenn Rand. If you would like to sit in the grandstands on Saturday, you will need to buy a ticket on the Willinga Park website. They will be paid seating on Saturday, and if you would like to sit in those grandstands, wonderful view from those grandstands, you will need to purchase your ticket on the Willinga Park website for Saturday for the finals. It will be a spectacular day. Just visit the Willinga Park website to grab your tickets. Outside for competitor 310, John Templeton riding Willinga Wildcat. Moving into camp 311, Peter Bolton, 312 on standby, Cassie Fordham, 313, Ian Henksberger. Score has come through there for Fiona Holtz of a 16 only, together with 88.5 from yesterday. Gives her a total of 104.5. That's a 22 only there for John. Together with his 21 from yesterday, gives him a total of 43. 311 on camp, looking over his cattle, Victorian competitor Peter Bolton, riding Grace. Next into the camp will be 312, Cassie Fordham on Star Chico. 313, Ian Henksberger on Kirkby Stud Conspiracy, and 314, Glen Rand on riding Montana. Score through there for Peter Bolton of a 20 only, together with his 89 from the first round, gives him a total of 109. So we'll just put that gate peg back up and we will see competitor 312, Cassie Fordham from New South Wales riding Star Chico. 313 on standby will be Ian Henksberger. 314, Glen Rand. 315, Sue Willis. 316, Brad Comiskey. 317, Amy Cheney. 318, David Thorne. 319, Michael Reid. 320, Matthew Whipp. That's unfortunately a no score there for Cassie and leaves her with her first round score of 88. 313 will move into camp. Ian Henksberger riding Kirkby Stud Conspiracy. 314 on standby, Glen Rand. 315, Sue Willis. 316, Bradley Comiskey. Outside, we watch competitor 313, Ian Henksberger, riding Kirkby's Stud Conspiracy. Into the camp, 314, Glen Rand, 315 on standby, Sue Willis, 316, Brad Comiskey, 317, Amy Cheney, 318, David Thorne. Score there for Ian Henksberger of a 22, 60 and 4 for an 86. Together with the 22 from the first round gives him a total of 108. 314, you'll be next into camp, Glen Rand. 315, Sue Willis. 316, Brad Comiskey. 317, Amy Cheney. Score through for Glen Rand of a 22 only, together with the 16 from the first round, gives him a total of 38. 315 in camp, New South Wales competitor Sue Willis, riding Duke's Boot. 316 will be on standby, Bradley Comiskey. 317, Amy Cheney. 318, David Thorne. So a reminder to all the ladies competitors for tomorrow, if you have any changes to your ladies' runs tomorrow, could you please come and see Lauren this afternoon? We will be starting in the morning at 8 a.m. with the ladies' dash for cash. We will then go to the Gold Buckle Open semi-final, the maiden shootout final and the novice shootout final, and then tomorrow night under lights we will have the feature cutout final. Score through for Bradley Comiskey of a 23 only, together with his 86 from yesterday's round, gives him a total of 109. 317, New South Wales competitor Amy Cheney is in camp riding Casper's Shadow. 318, David Thorne. 319, Michael Reid. So competitors, we just ask that you clear the arena quite quickly after you've put those cattle away, please. We need you to clear that arena so that our next competitor can start, please. Score has come through for Amy Cheney of a 22 only. Together with her 21 gives her a total of 43. We have competitor David Thorne working. Could you clear the arena, please? David Thorne at 3:18 outside, riding Big Red. 3:19 is next in camp. Michael Reid riding Annie's Gift. 3:20 Matthew Whipp riding Breeze. 3:21 Lauren Jackson on Harmony. 3:22 Troy Palmer riding Binia Shaquille. 3:23 Hugh Miles riding Just Jack, and 3:24 Simone Barada riding Ducky. Score through there for David Thorne of a 23 only, together with the 22 from yesterday, leaves him with a total of 45. We have competitor 3:19 looking over his cattle. Michael Reid riding Annie's Gift. 3:20 will be next in camp. Matthew Whipp on Breeze. 3:21 Lauren Jackson. 3:22 Troy Palmer. We have an incredible day of drafting here on Saturday at the Willinga Park Ringers Western Gold Buckle Championship Camp Draft. We'll begin with the Terry Snow Memorial Restricted Open, the Junior, the Juvenile, the Jousting, the Opening Ceremony, the Gold Buckle Final, the Jousting Show and the Teams Draft. So grab your tickets online if you would like to sit in the grandstand area. It has been free all week, but it will be paid seating on Saturday because of those wonderful events on offer. So please grab your seating tickets on the Willinga Park website and join us on Saturday for that incredible lineup of wonderful events. Score through there for Michael Reid of a 22 only, together with his 87 from the first round, leaves him with a total score of 109. 3:20 we watch in camp. We need that arena clear, please. 3:20 we watch in camp. Matthew Whipp riding Breeze. 3:21 Lauren Jackson on standby riding Harmony. 3:22 Troy Palmer riding Binia Shaquille. 3:23 Hugh Miles on Just Jack, and 3:24 Simone Barada riding Ducky. 3:25 Luke McEwen riding Longmire. 3:26 Sam Campbell on SDP. Scott David. 3:27 Cameron Dunlop on Man of War, and 3:28 Matthew Moffat on Snapchat. Score has come through for Matthew Whipp of a 16.5, 52.5 and a 3 for a 72. Together with his 82.5 from yesterday's round gives him a total of 154.5. Lauren Jackson's outside. Competitor 3:21 moving into camp. 3:22 we have Troy Palmer riding Binia Shaquille. 3:23 on standby Hugh Miles, and 3:24 Simone Barada. Score there for Lauren Jackson of a 21 only, together with her 81.5 from yesterday's round gives her a total of 102.5. 3:22 looking over his cattle. New South Wales competitor Troy Palmer riding Binia Shaquille, and on standby 3:23 Hugh Miles. Don't forget, tonight we have happy hour from 5 till 8 p.m. We also see that VIP tent is open now to the public today and tomorrow only. So jump in there to the VIP tent from 4 till 9 tonight. We have those beer tasting paddles available and the bar is open. Tonight the event will be that first round of the feature cutout at 6 o'clock, apologies, 6 o'clock tonight. The feature cutout first round will be seen, so jump into the VIP tent and grab a beer tasting paddle and watch the spectacular cutout tonight. Outside we're watching 3:22 Troy Palmer riding Binia Shaquille. 3:23 has moved into camp Hugh Miles on Just Jack, and 3:24 on standby will be Simone Barata. Score through for Troy Palmer of a 22, 53.5 and a 3 for a 78.5. Together with his 88 from yesterday's round 1 gives him a total of 166.5. 3:23 we watch on camp. New South Wales competitor Hugh Miles riding Just Jack. 3:24 will be on standby next into camp. Simone Barata riding Ducky. 3:25 Luke McEwen on Longmire. 3:26 Sam Campbell on SDP Scott David. 3:27 Cameron Dunlop riding Man of War. 3:28 Matthew Moffat on Snapchat. 3:29 Matt Holtz will ride Hunter View Hard Hat Max, and 3:30 will be Wyatt Young riding Hardwired. Score through for Hugh Miles riding Just Jack of a 17 only, together with his 89.5 from yesterday's first round. Gives him a total of 106.5. 3:24 in camp. Victorian competitor Simone Barata riding Ducky. 3:25 you'll be next in. Luke McEwen riding Longmire. 3:26 Sam Campbell. 3:27 Cameron Dunlop. 3:28 Matthew Moffat. 3:29 Matt Holtz. 3:30 Wyatt Young. 3:31 Lauren Finger. 3:32 David Murphy. And 3:33 John Mitchell. Score through for Simone Barata of a 16 only, together with her 76 from yesterday, gives her a total of 92. So we'll change the yard. We have competitor 325 Queensland competitor Luke McEwen riding Longmire. 326, you'll be next in. That's Sam Campbell riding SDP Scott David. 327, Cameron Dunlop. 328, Matthew Moffat. And 329, Matt Holtz. Unfortunately, a no score there for Luke and leaves him with his first round score of 86. 326 moves into camp. Sam Campbell riding SDP Scott David. 327 will be on standby. Cameron Dunlop riding Man o' War. 328 Matthew Moffat on Snapchat. 329 Matt Holtz on Hunterview Hard Hat Max. 330 Wyatt Young will ride Hardwired. 331 will be Lauren Finger, 332 David Murray, and 333 will be John Mitchell. We have 345 competitors this afternoon in this second round of the Willinga Park Ringers Western Gold Buckle Championship Campdraft. 20 competitors to go this afternoon. Then tonight, of course, we will see that feature cut-out first round under lights. Sam Campbell's score is a 16, 46.5 and a 3 for a 65.5. Together with his 82.5 from yesterday's first round, gives him a total of 148. 327 we watch on camp. Cameron Dunlop riding Man o' War. 328 you'll be next in. Matthew Moffat. 329 Matt Holtz. 330 Wyatt Young. And 331 Lauren Finger. Score there for Cameron Dunlop of a 21, 57.5 and a 3 for an 81.5. Together with his 21 from yesterday, gives him a total of 102.5. We now watch on camp 328. Queensland competitor Matthew Moffat riding Snapchat. 329 will be on standby Matt Holtz. 330 Wyatt Young and 331 Lauren Finger. Score has come through for Matthew Moffat of a 22.5, 63 and a 4. That's an 89.5, together with his 73 from yesterday's first round. Gives him a total of 162.5. 329 on camp. We watch New South Wales competitor Matt Holtz riding Hunterview Hard Hat Max. 330 you'll be next in camp. Wyatt Young on Hardwired. 331 Lauren Finger riding Miss Brooks Boone. 332 David Murphy on Mobile Price Tag. 333 John Mitchell riding Hall's Chicken Man. 334 Zeb Pearce riding Karumba I'm a Smart One. 335 Ben Rossiter on KB Exclusive Oak. 336 will be Evan Hiscock on Mandela. 337 Zach Jackson on Peelvale Playgirl. 338 will be Jason Penny riding EBS Coolabah. Score through for Matt Holtz, 21, 62 and 4 for an 87, together with his 83 from the first round yesterday, gives him a total of 170. 330 we watch on camp. Queensland competitor Wyatt Young riding Hardwired. 331 Lauren Finger, 332 David Murphy and 333 on standby John Mitchell. We have a score through there for Wyatt Young, 22, 62 and 4 for an 88. together with 89.5 from the first round, gives him a total of 177.5. 331 we have on camp. Queensland competitor Lauren Finger riding Miss Brooks Boone. 332 you're on standby. David Murphy. 333 John Mitchell. 334 Zeb Pearce. 335 Ben Rossiter. 336 Evan Hiscock and 337 Zach Jackson. Score through for Lauren Finger of a 21, 58 and 3 for an 82, together with the 88 she has in the first round, gives her a total of 170. 332 has just acknowledged the judge to start. 332 will be David Murphy from Victoria riding Mobile Price Tag. 333 on standby will be John Mitchell. 334 Zeb Pearce and 335 Ben Rossiter. Score there for David Murphy of a 22.5, together with the 21 from the first round, gives him a total of 43.5. Looking over his cattle in camp is competitor 333, John Mitchell riding Hall's Chicken Man. 334, Zeb Pearce will be on standby riding Currumbar, I'm a Smart One. 335, Ben Rossiter. 336, Evan Hiscock. We would appreciate any riders that could help us by helping us turn the cattle back out in the arena. We would appreciate some helpers out there to get through this afternoon. If we could have some riders to go out and exercise horses maybe to help us turn back the cattle and keep us moving this afternoon would be greatly appreciated. The score through there for John Mitchell riding Horse Chicken Man was a 22.5 of 54 and a 3 for a 79.5, together with the 88.5 he brings forward from the first round, gives him a total of 168. 334 in camp, Zeb Pearce from New South Wales riding Currumbar, I'm a Smart One. 335 will be on standby, Ben Rossiter. 336, Evan Hiscock. 337, Zach Jackson. 338, Jason Penny. 339, Pete Comiskey. 340, Bronwyn Upjohn. 341, Mark Wortman. 342, Graham Rosinski. 343, Amanda Hollis. Score for Zeb Pearce of a 22, 61 and 4 for an 87. Together with his 22 from the first round gives him a total of 109. In camp now we are watching competitor 335, Ben Rossiter, riding KB Exclusive Oak. 336 on standby, Evan Hiscock. 337, Zach Jackson. And 338, Jason Penny. Those few messages for tomorrow if you are in the ladies in the morning. If you could make sure that you come and see Lauren this afternoon if you have any changes. Please, if you have any changes in that, ladies, you need to see Lauren this afternoon. Tomorrow morning will be an 8 a.m. start with the Ladies Dash for Cash. Following on then will be the Gold Buckle Open semi-final, the Maiden Shootout final and the Novice Shootout final. And then tomorrow night under lights we will see the Feature Cutout final. So a spectacular day of drafting tomorrow with those wonderful finals. Score there for Ben Rossiter of a 23, 61 and 4 for an 88. Put together with his 88 from the first round gives him a total of 176. 336 is in camp now looking over his cattle, Evan Hiscock from Queensland riding Mandela. 337 will be on standby next into camp, Zach Jackson. 338 Jason Penny, 339 Pete Comiskey, 340 Bronwyn Upjohn, 341 Mark Wortman. Score through for Evan Hiscock of a 22.5. Put together with his 22 from the first round gives him a total of 44.5. In camp now we see Victorian competitor Zach Jackson at 337, riding Peelvale Playgirl. 338 will be on standby next in, Jason Penny. 339 Pete Comiskey, 340 Bronwyn Upjohn and 341 Mark Wortman. That's unfortunately a no score for Zach and leaves him with his previous score of 88 from the first round. 3:38 will move into camp. New South Wales competitor Jason Penny riding EBS Coolabah. 3:39 on standby Pete Comiskey. 3:40 Bronwyn Upjohn. 3:41 Mark Wortman and 3:42 Graham Rosinski. As we move towards the end of this draft today, the Willinga Park Ringers Western Gold Buckle Championship Camp Draft. This is round 2 coming to completion this afternoon. We will see that the feature cutout first round tonight under lights, and we will have an 8 a.m. start in the morning on Friday with the ladies' dash for cash. Score there for Jason Penny of a 20.5, 53 and 3, a total of 76.5, together with 16 from the first round, gives him a total score 92.5. We watch outside 3:39 Pete Comiskey riding Roy. 3:40 on standby. Moving into camp is Bronwyn Upjohn. 3:41 Mark Wortman on standby. 3:42 Graham Rosinski. Score through for Pete Comiskey riding Roy of a 23, 63 and 4 for a total of 90. Together with his 85.5 from the first round, gives him a total of 175.5. In camp now, we watch competitor 3:40, Victorian competitor Bronwyn Upjohn riding Cliffy. Next into camp will be 3:41 Mark Wortman, 3:42 Graham Rosinski, 3:43 Amanda Hollis, and 3:44 Philip Collins. Our final competitor will be 3:45 Renee Sherrod. Score there for Bronwyn Upjohn of a 21.5. and leaves her with a total of 21.5. In camp now, looking over his cattle, we have 341, Mark Wortman riding Smith Family Toronto. 342 on standby, Graham Rosinski, and 343, Amanda Hollis. Score there for Mark Wortman, 21, 40.5 and a 2, 63.5, together with his 80 from yesterday's round 1, gives him a total of 143.5. 342, looking over his cattle, is Victorian competitor Graham Rosinski riding GJ's Special Spice. 343 on standby, Amanda Hollis. 344, Philip Collins, and 345, Renee Sherab will be our final competitor this afternoon in this Willinga Park Ringers Western Gold Buckle Championship Campdraft. Concludes round 2 this afternoon. And we'll wait with bated breath for what score will go through to the semi-final tomorrow. That will follow the Ladies Dash for Cash, which will start at 8 a.m. in the morning with the Ladies Dash for Cash, going on to the Gold Buckle Open semi-final. And we will see the Maiden Shootout final and the Novice Shootout final. And then under lights tomorrow night will be the Feature Cutout final. The score has come through for Graham Rosinski riding GJ Special Spice, 21, 57 and 4 for an 82, together with the 17.5 from yesterday's score, gives him a total of 99.5. 3 more competitors this afternoon. 343 is in camp. New South Wales competitor Amanda Hollis riding Wish to Excel. 344 on standby, Philip Collins on J Bell Molly. And 345 will be Renee Sherab riding Hunter View Uniquely Acres. Score for Amanda Hollis of 21, 53 and 3 for a total of 77. Together with her 21 from the first round gives her a total of 98. Philip Collins is on camp at 3:44, riding J Bell Molly. And our final competitor is on standby at the gate, 3:45, Renee Sherab, riding Hunter View Uniquely Acres. Score for Philip Collins of a 22 only, together with the 15 from his first round, gives him a total of 37. A final competitor in the Willinga Park Ringers Western Gold Buckle Championship Campdraft in round 2 is 3:45 Renee Sherab from New South Wales, riding Hunter View Uniquely Acres. I'd like to thank Mr Joe Payne and Mr Jonathan McDonald for a wonderful job today judging this Ringers Western Gold Buckle Championship Campdraft Open. It's a big day with the whip in your hand, so a wonderful job. Thank you to those two gentlemen. That's a score of 20 only there for Renee and leaves her with a 20 as her total score. So just a little recap on today. We have currently in the lead Nick Southern riding Nearbo President.